Hello everyone, this is Dimitar from the RedmineUP support. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to update an older version of Agile to a latest version or newer version of Agile. Okay, so this is going to happen on Redmine 7.0.0 stable. That is currently the very latest Redmine. It was released a couple of months ago, and we are in the middle of 2026 now. Okay. So it is also going to happen on operating system Ubuntu 26.04. So it was released on April this year. Also, this is the very latest Ubuntu Linux for this year 2026, and it is an LTC version, meaning long-term support. So it is going to be supported and active a lot of years ahead. Okay. So in other words, this is a great operating system. Okay. So before we start, I would like to let you know that these steps for updating and upgrading the Agile plugin are absolutely the same if you have three cases. If you update older to newer version of from light to light version of Agile, or free to free, or from light to pro version, or from pro to pro version. So absolutely the same steps. So just need to have an older version and a newer version, and yeah, the steps are absolutely the same. Okay, so I would like to also show you three steps of checking the version that you have and if there is a latest version of Agile. So the first one is to go to administration of Redmine. So this is going to happen in Redmine itself, inside Redmine. So you click on plugins and there is a check for updates button here. So you click on it, and if there is an exclamation mark here, then this means that there is a newer version. And if there is a green sign, this means that it is the latest version of Agile. Okay. And but sometimes this button is not working. So there is also other two ways of checking. The first one is go to our site redmineup.com, go to support, then go to Agile, scroll to the very bottom and click on all updates. Okay, so on the top you see the very latest version, the time and date when it was released, the version itself. So we have this version, this is the previous one, and we are going to upgrade from this one to the latest one. Okay, and the last way of checking the version is on the official Redmine.org site of there is the official Redmine community site, and we list our plugins there as well. So our Agile plugin is this one. Here is the link, and please keep in mind that the author here should be RedmineUp, because there could be other Agile plugins and there could be some mistake. So please make sure it is a RedmineUp. Okay. So if you scroll down, you see the changelog. So the changelog here points the very latest version of Agile, and yeah, as we said, we have the previous one. Okay. So the very first thing that we need to do is to just go and delete our previous version of Redmine. So the current version, this is the old version 1.6.13. We need to go and delete it. Okay. So it happens via the terminal of Linux. So we open the terminal of Linux and go to our directory of Redmine and plugins. But please keep in mind that in my case, this is the path and directory of Redmine, but in your situation, it could be installed somewhere else. So yeah, please double check this path before you start. Okay, so we list the files here and see the Agile folder of the currently installed version. And we could also check this in the Linux operating files system. So we copy the path, go to the file system and paste it here on the top. And here it is, we see the Agile folder. Okay, so we need to remove it via the command sudo Okay, so this argument here means that it is going to recursively delete every folder that is inside the main folder of Agile. Okay, so click paste, enter, and if we list again, we see that our Agile folder is no longer listed. Okay, if we return back to the files system, we see that it is also gone from here. So we are ready to proceed further with the installation of the very latest version of Agile. So for this purpose, you need to download it first. I have already downloaded this in my download folder. So here it is, 1614. And now we need to copy this into the plugins directory. So we go to our downloads folder and we list the files to see the zip file. We have already checked it in the file system. Okay, so we just write sudo copy name of the file and then path where it should be pasted. Okay, so we go again to our Redmine plugins directory, and if we list the files, we see that we have successfully copied the file there. So if we go to the file system, return back to the plugins and Redmine, and see that it is successfully appearing here, okay? So we need now to unzip this file, and it is going to happen with the command sudo unzip Redmine zip file. And if we see this rolls, it means that everything is fine and we have successfully unzipped these files, these files from the zip file. Just a second, please, because my terminal has gone a little bit down. Okay. Good. So we need now to go one step back. Just before that, we need to just list the files and see that we have successfully unzipped the folder. So we see it also in the file system. We have the Agile folder unzipped, and we no longer need the zip file. So we need to delete it via the command sudo remove and delete the zip file. So if we list again, we see that the zip file is gone. Okay, so the next step is that we need to go one step back in the core Redmine folder, and the next two commands about installing gems and migration of the database are 100% executed in the core Redmine folder. This is very important because a lot of users do this mistake and continue install these commands and execute them in the plugins folder, but they need to be done in the core Redmine folder. Okay, so we proceed further with installing the gems. Sudo bundle install. Okay, and now the migration sudo bundle exec rake Redmine plugins. Name of the plugin, that is Redmine Agile, and Rails and production. This argument here is pointing the Redmine server to be a production one. Okay, so we click enter. Okay, so it is successfully installed. If you install the Agile plugin for the first time, there are some rules for migrating, but in our case, we do not have because we have already Agile in the past. But this, that it is not returning an error, also means that it is successfully executed and checked the database. Okay, so the very last thing that we need to do is to just restart our Redmine. And in my case, I'm doing this I'm running Redmine in the terminal itself. So I need to just close the terminal. So here it is, the Redmine where it is running. So I close the terminal, and if I go to the browser and refresh, I see that Redmine is down. So I need to start it again. Okay, I start my Redmine again. And go back to the browser, refresh it, and see that I have successfully upgraded Agile plugin of RedmineUP from the older version to the very latest version 1.6.14. Okay, so yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it was good for you, and if you like it, you could check other videos and articles from RedmineUP. You could subscribe to our YouTube channel, and yeah, if you have some questions or problems, please feel free to contact us at support@redmineup.com. Thanks again for the patience of watching this video, and bye bye for now.